Hello, my name is Stephanie Clark and I am the national spokesperson for Project Working Mom. We are here in Newark, New Jersey. We're on the 4th of our 6th stop for the Women Who Rule the World Empowerment Tour. We have had a fantastic evening with a room full of women who left feeling empowered, motivated, and ready to make new change happen in their lives. We are so excited about our next stop, which is coming up August 13th in Chicago, Illinois, and then we're wrapping it up in DC on September 17th. So please go to your website now and register for our upcoming Women Who Rule the World, and also apply for our full tuition scholarships. www.projectworkingmom.com is where you need to go right now.
So please join me in welcoming Helen McDermott from Education Island.
Hi everyone. Working Mother magazine recently did a survey in which they found that 57% of working moms say they feel guilty every day. 31% of working moms said they feel guilty at least once a week. So at any given time, working moms feel guilty. I didn't need a survey to tell me that, but if you work full-time, you feel guilty because you sometimes miss your kids' sporting events or their musicals or plays. If you work part-time, you feel guilty that you're shortchanging your career. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you feel guilty that you're not contributing to the family finances. You know who should feel guilty? Those who have the power to change work-family policies in the US and don't. Very few of us can afford to make decisions about jobs based upon our family's best interests. Instead, we take the jobs that pay our bills, and if we can't find those jobs, then we often stay home to forego the exorbitant cost of childcare. If we're lucky enough to have a decent paying job and affordable health care, we're still bound by the restrictions, the lifestyle restrictions placed upon us by our employers. Too many of us lack affordable health care, maternity and paternity leave, paid sick time, parental leave beyond new births and new adoptions, something that's standard in many European countries. In other words, the guilt that we feel is not inevitable. It's a measure of the gaps between our current circumstances and the circumstances that our families deserve. And we know that ideal situations are not impossible because we see better options modeled all over the world. Financial stability is just one example. The Luxembourg Income Study is a research institute that investigates and reports on income data in a large number of countries. According to the latest data, American women experience the third highest rates of poverty among all countries surveyed, third behind Russia and Mexico. Meanwhile, in countries like France, Germany, and Taiwan, and many others, the percentage of poor women is less than half of what it is in the US. I mean, how can the United States, one of the wealthiest nations in this world, ignore such extreme statistics? Part of the problem, we know, is attributable to the national debt. With the recent recession, there have been cutbacks in many sectors. So programs are canceled, jobs are scarce, and everyone's experiencing tighter budgets. In a healthy economy, private contributions are generous. In tough times like now, private contributions are momentous. And so I really want to recognize and thank our sponsor schools who've stepped up in this time of crisis. Because it is a time of crisis. It is a time of crisis because women still earn 77 cents to every dollar that a man earns. It's a time of crisis because most women, even those who do go to college, aren't prepared for or even encouraged to pursue the highest paying, most in-demand careers. And it's a time of crisis because our children, their behavior, their health, their academic performance is all greatly improved by having college-educated parents. Yet the Department of Education's budget is just 1/14 of the size of the national defense budget. So helping working parents get the degree is easier said than done. That said, we shouldn't and we can't wait for legislative measures to catch pace with our needs. And so not only do we have to help ourselves, but we have to seek out opportunities like Project Working Mom and partner with organizations like Project Single Mom and Just for Success that benefit women and in turn their children. Former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright once said, "There's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women." And help, in Albright's example, as in the context of our gathering tonight, it shouldn't be defined as a passing favor or an isolated event. When we talk about women who rule the world, we shouldn't just envision individual leaders among us, but our ability to be a shared, self-sustaining movement, to bond together to work towards new priorities, new policies, and eventually new realities, so that someday, instead of a mutual guilt, we can all feel a mutual sense of pride and accomplishment.